Morning guys, I hope you have had a good week so far. I have got a regular week going on. I have to head into town to drop my kids off with some friends. Then I'm picking up another friend for one of my other girls to come play with us in the farm. It's a lovely grey and wet day here. I love the winter, but it's also maybe because Western Cape winters are very mild. I grew up in the Free State, so this is nothing compared to that. But yeah, there's a couple of things that I need to do. I need to go and check on our broiler chicks. I have to bake some rusks. I need to do bread. We've got friends coming for lunch. Clean my house. Just a normal day. My kids have already finished with homeschooling for the day. But yeah, come with me during the week and let's see what we get up to. First thing that I need to check off my list is the broiler chicks. We have to check them a couple of times a day. They are still babies, but they are growing like weeds. Let me see if we can see what they're up to. Oh, they're so cute! Let me show you. So these broiler chicks are now only 10 days old and they have more than quadrupled their weight. They are fluffy, they are fat, and they are super duper happy. Look at them, aren't they just the cutest little things? And they are still under the heating light. We are raising the heater. The heater every couple of days to get them used to less and less heat every time. They will be going out onto pasture in the chicken tractors in about 10 days time, and then after that, in 10 to 12 days after that, they can actually be processed. So we are looking forward to, in about 2-3 weeks, we have our first batch of meat birds that we're processing. That's going to be interesting. We took 30 chicks for this first batch. We've already ordered the next batch of about 50. So, oh, can't wait. So the rest of the flock is perky and happy. And I've been keeping an eye on this lady. She has been nostalgic for about a day or two. So, yes. Okay, we've got some friends coming for lunch, so I need to do an extra loaf of bread. And then how my life functions is I do everything that I can't do with the baby while she's sleeping, which is very hit and miss because she's not a very good sleeper. But otherwise, she usually sits here next to me and we carry on. At the moment, I've got 2 in town playing with friends. I've got 2 outside playing with friends and the baby's sleeping. So there's a rare moment of quiet and sanity in my house. My kitchen looks like a mess, but it's actually not too bad. This is the sum total of my kitchen. So yes, there's a lot going on. We've got some sourdough starter here. I've got some sauerkraut going here. This is a working kitchen. And this is real life. So let me get some bread going. It's cold outside, so I'll probably have to put it in front of the fire to get the yeast activated and to get it to rise. But it's the easiest bread recipe. I use it 4 or 5 times a week. I basically bake almost 2 loaves every day for my kids. Because I found that feeding 5 children is a full-time job. And store-bought bread, just don't fill them up. We can go through a loaf and a half of store-bought bread and they would still tell me they are hungry 15 minutes later. Whereas with my own homemade bread, we don't even use 1 full loaf per meal for us as a family, and they're actually full. So definitely worthwhile. If you're spending a lot of money on bread, try making your own. There is a very big difference between store-bought bread and homemade bread in terms of nutritional value and just keeping tummies full. Okay, I just realized I don't think the bread's going to be enough and it's cold outside, so I'm going to do some butternut soup as well. I've got some chopped up processed butternut or boerepapoen or something. I'll link the video below where I processed the bulk. It was about 30 kgs of pumpkin that I processed. So I'm going to throw that in just with some potatoes, so sweet potatoes, some carrots. Boil it down with a vegetable stock, add some spices, and then just before serving it, I top it with some lekker coconut cream. So I'm going to add that as well. And then I'm waiting for the kettle to boil because I don't have any hot water. I don't know why, foul knife. And then I'll get started with my bread. Hello everyone. Okay, so yesterday came and went, and it did not go as planned. So I had a chicken emergency. I've got a hen that is egg bound, so we had to give her treatment twice, where you put her in an Epsom salt bath. She still hasn't passed the egg. She's still not looking great. So she's actually here in our living room at the moment. We're going to treat her again today and hope for the best. There's not much else we can do. I'm not taking a chicken to the vet. So yeah, we're doing what we can, and then the rest is up to her. Then we had to wash our feather down duvet because my cat decided it was scared of the dark and didn't want to go out in the night, and decided my bed was a good place to how can I say this diplomatically, pee. So we had to do that, and of course it's raining and overcast today, so that's a lot of fun. So anyway, I still need to do the lemons. I didn't get to that yesterday. I still need to go and water my other plants at our renovation property. I didn't get to that yesterday. I did manage to bake bread, and I did manage to make rusks, so yay for me. Let's see what the day holds. 2 cups of Epsom salt with warm water, not boiling water, just warm water. And then you need to make sure that the vent is actually submerged under the water. I haven't had an egg bound chicken before, so my cat is used to the chicken. She doesn't chase it, so that's why I'm comfortable having her here. So I don't actually know how this is going to turn out. This is from what I've seen online. So apparently you can, she's a lot more alert today, which is actually a good thing. You can very, very, very gently kind of feel around. You can't feel anything. I can't really feel the hardness that we felt yesterday. But she also didn't lay an egg. Oh, there might be something here on the one side of her leg instead of the other side of her leg, but that doesn't make sense. I don't know, guys. I'm just figuring this out as we go along. So she is, you can see she's quite chilled. We're going to leave her in here for a soak for 20 minutes. We're going to accompany her the whole time and keep her into the water. And yeah, then we'll see what happens. Update about our egg-bound hen. She is still not feeling well. We gave her 2 Epsom salt bath soaks yesterday with a bit of a massage, but she's not feeling great. We brought her inside. She's actually under my dining room table in a crate, so you can see she's still very hunched down, and her tail is very low. Overall, I've got very mixed emotions because she's eating and she's drinking. She's not really pooping the way she should, very little, and yeah, she's very like sleepy, lethargic. Yesterday I said nostalgic. That's the wrong word. Lethargic is the word that I'm talking about. So we're going to give her another soak, and then I guess we'll see. We're not going to take her to the vet. She's not a pet. She's a laying hen for us. So I love her dearly, and we're doing what we can, but we're not going to take her to the vet. So yeah, let's give her a bath and see what happens. So my favorite rusks recipe comes out of this book. Knibbelduk on Koningskus. I have had it for years. It was my mom's in 2009 before I took it over. So I always use this when I'm making buttermilk rusks. So if you use your K pedal, you don't have to use your hands to rub in the flour, because I hate doing that. So use a K pedal, it does exactly the same thing. I am jumping into the car because I need to go and get some honey. We buy honey in bulk from a beekeeper, so let's quickly go. It's about only 2 kilometers. It's a farm just opposite us, so let's go get some honey. Okay, I've got my honey. Now we are heading into town for a standard coffee date with a friend of mine. Then I need to rush back to the farm because in about an hour and a half I've got a Zoom meeting. Let's go. So we have removed our sick chicken from the coop and we've got it back in the house now. And it's still not doing well. I honestly don't know what's wrong with her. We have treated her for egg bound, we've treated her for lice. I don't know, I can't think that it's parasitic because otherwise the rest of the flock would be like that as well. So I honestly don't know. She's not really eating, she's not drinking, I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to keep an eye on her here and then we'll probably make a decision in the rest of the day. But for now, my kids are continuing their schooling for the day. We just returned from town. Dinner for tonight is already sorted out and I have to put my baby down for a nap. And then I need to continue with my garden planning because time's ticking and I've got a 150 square meter garden, vegetable garden, that I need to lay out because I want to start getting seeds in the ground for seedlings in about 3 weeks if I get a greenhouse up. So I need to start focusing on that as well. So my baby's asleep. I now am going to start working or continue working on my garden. What I'm doing is I'm going through the plants that I already have cuttings from that I'm rooting, seeing what I want to add, and then just making like a big list. I've got about a 2-page list of plants yes, that I want to get for that garden. So I'm wanting to start finishing this so I can start planning seeds and seedlings and whatever I need to get that garden up and running. From the beginning of August I want to start doing seeds in a little greenhouse, and then I want to transplant middle of September. So if I want to transplant middle of September, I have to start seeds at the beginning of August, which gives me about 3 to 4 weeks to sort myself out. So I'm doing that. Don't mind my sourdough, the rest of my house is too cold, so I'm setting it next to the fire. I've got my coffee going and I'm going to get cracking on this. And I'm going to end the video for this week here. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. Bye.